from Goat Productions. Fantastic hunt tonight. I dropped 4 with the night vision in the high weeds. ATN's X-Sight 4K Pro. I got the 5x20 on my Bear Creek Arsenal 243. I'm shooting the Predator Tactics Coyote Reaper XXL on the front. Had a great hunt. Came back to the field that I brought Matt and Eric Gilbert. Eric Gilbert's from Arizona. He took one sow out of here. We took one of the smaller hogs out of here. So I knew there was a group that was hitting this field particularly. 2 times I've come up in here and found these hogs. They have an advantage whenever they're on the far end of the field, which would be the left side of the field. As I'm looking at the field, there's a horizon there and I can't shoot up over the horizon. So a couple times I had to go up there after them. One time I spooked a deer, spooked the hogs into the cover. The second time I went up there, the wind changed 180 degrees. I made a video on it about stalking with the Mailman, what it's like to go stalking with me. I'm gonna have that here on my YouTube channel. But tonight I came back to this field. I got up on top that hill where they go on the horizon. About 9:30 I got up there. I was expecting them to come out of the bedding area into that area and feed. But what happened is I got up in there, spent about an hour here, and nothing came out. They did not come out of the bedding area. So what I did is I left and I went to one other property. I checked it. A farmer had some problems. I went over there, checked about 3-4 fields and nothing, but I had a feeling that this field was gonna produce again. The weeds are higher in this field. They're not really thick, but they're higher. And I see these hogs up in there eating a lot of the tops of the weeds. They'll get up on the top and I'll see the bigger ones pick their head up and eat on top of there. So I pulled right back in where I normally pull, and I walk up in maybe 30 to 40 yards, and then I can scan really well. What happens is, as soon as I got to the crest of this hill, about where the bottom pig is, I caught 2 little piglets in the high weeds. I could see their body in there, but I could tell they were a little bit smaller. I walked back about 40 yards to the vehicle, got my tripod set up, got my X-Sight 4K Pro 5x20, like I said. I got everything on my tripod, got it ready, and I slid up to this position. The thing I like about right here, the camera's right on the road, so it drops down a little bit. When I get here, I come up on top of this hill. This is probably the highest part. As I'm looking out on this field, it'll drop down in, and then it goes back up over to where I've been seeing the hogs. Well, what happened is they came from the far right. Wind was perfect. As I'm looking on this field, it's from my right to my left. It's blowing totally away from the hogs. I come up here, I'm probably, you'll see in my OTS scanner, the thermal scanner, I record a little bit. I'm probably 30 yards away from these piglets. 6, 7, 8 of them. I knew their mother was here somewhere though. This is that group that I had. So I'm familiar with these hogs, so I waited. I decided to wait. Off to the right, you're gonna see in the Otis, a nice sized hog come up, and then another one coming up farther behind. I'm gonna take a shot on one of the bigger hogs. That's what I'm waiting on. I want the hog to come up there. I look for them a couple times in the night vision, and the night vision it hits these weeds sometimes and you can't see. So I wanted them to get over to my left a little bit, and the rise starts to come back up. They go down in and they start to rise up a little bit. As soon as I see the first nice hog, it's getting late. I gotta work tomorrow about 11:30. But as soon as I see that first big hog and I can get a head shot on it or a neck shot on it, I'm gonna take it. So what you'll see is I finally catch movement in the weeds. That big one goes out. I drop that big one. Now, the rest of the hogs make a fatal mistake. I'm gonna follow one of the bigger ones running. I was waiting for that one to stop and I was gonna take a shot at it. Then you're gonna see, you may see, if I don't cut it out of the video, I go up into the trees a little bit. What I'm doing then is, after I take a shot and they run, I pull up my scanner and I scan and I find the group, the ones that stop. And the whole group had stopped. So what I did is I pulled up, found with a scanner, came back down on the group, took one of the smaller piglets. One of the piglets runs and loops back and starts to attack the other piglet, and they stop again. Drop another one. I'm happy with 3. They run out there a little bit farther. I shut off, but I'm still scanning. Once I shut my recording off, I'm still scanning. That group goes out at about 205 yards is the wood line. So they're about 205 yards from the wood line. They stop again. They make a fatal mistake, and I dropped one more out there. It's a really good shot here. I'll put the map up about 205 yards. I'd say a little bit less than that, 200 yards. Next shot on the smallest piglet, the second one up there. So dropped 4 of them, night vision in the high weeds. I'm very happy about tonight. We're pushing 60 right now, if this doesn't take me to 60, and we're gonna be well on to our way to another 100. So thanks for watching, like and subscribing. Check out this good video, and we got more for you coming up later on as I get into my 640 Thor 4 from ATN. Thanks for subscribing and watching.